South.
Yes, tamales have become an American institution, not just because they made a candy called hot tamales.
Well, I was going to bring that up because
Does anybody know how tamales got
people
popular?
know like East Cleveland, like Wilson's.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And that is there's a Southern style tamale that a lot of people don't even know this version. They think of a tamale as it's cornmeal.
Yeah,
it's
Cornmeal. You put them in
It's cornmeal, ground beef usually.
Yeah.
And the Wilsons, they actually sold smart. The old man that started the Wilsons tamale thing actually started this business. This was one of the stops with a push cart. You come to this market 50 years ago with this push cart in the parking lot and sell these tamales.
Well,
and I buy from if you go down public square, you see guys ride around bicycles with coolers strapped to them. Sometimes they're hustling those tamales right out of the coolers. I buy them; they're good. Totally illegal, but
Sure.
but that's So it's similar. Usually wrapped in foil or sometimes like parchment
and boiled. They usually drop them in the water.
They drop them right in the water.
Yeah,
and then the cornmeal takes almost this gelatinous outside texture to it. So it's
like a polenta. It becomes like a polenta or kind of a grits.
It's got a little bit of a texture to it usually. But so that's it, especially in this neighborhood because of the Wilsons and stuff. That's what people think of as a tamale. This is, I found a lot of people when I did this before they didn't even know. They're like, what is all this? You just take cornmeal and you put ground beef in it, So I wanted to point that out.
Well, corn was one of the things that was inherent to the South. In Cleveland, as far as had a lot of Southern migration. Right around the turn of the century, and right around the World War II era and the pre-war and post-war time, African American people and Mexicans especially were living and working in very close conditions. Corn had already been a staple food for a lot of people in the South since plantation times. Really, it's sorghum and corn, and sorghum also gets nixtamalized. One of the few, what you call American crops that goes into this process. So when GIs that were of Latin descent and GIs were of African American descent, they started crossing food over. It became a very, very important thing, especially when a lot of Mexican workers started going into like a lot of agricultural areas in the South, Texas. There was that mingling, and that's where you get that American tamale, and that where you get that American taco too, like the burger taco and the burger tamale. For me, it's cool. I mean, I love tamales have made it to Japan because of GIs, because of Mexican GIs. And they have taco rice in Japan and tamalu. Who would have thought they would have said that? But no, it's good. It's part of our American diaspora. And it's part of the American culture now. The tamale. It's shrouded in mystery when it's actually only shrouded in a corn husk.
It's eyes.